Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Folks, I got a question for you. Have you ever eaten Filipino food? Well, I haven't, but I've been hearing nothing but good things about Filipino food, and one of the dishes that is constantly talked about is chicken adobo. And you know what? Today we're going to be cooking up my version of a keto chicken adobo, because let's be honest, I don't unfortunately get authentic Filipino ingredients here in India, because chicken adobo is made with Filipino soya sauce and Filipino cane vinegar, neither of which are available to me right now. So I'm just going to use regular soya sauce and apple cider vinegar. Anyway, that's been enough jibber jabber. Let's get cooking. I'm going to start by getting my pan on the stove, and I've got a nice cast iron skillet in which I'm going to add some avocado oil and heat that up. Then I add in some bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, and make sure you put those skin side down as we want a brown and crisp skin. You can also make this recipe with skinless chicken because eventually the skin will get soggy, so if you don't like soggy skin, use skinless chicken. I also wanted to fit in 6 chicken thighs, but I could only squeeze in 5. Bummer. Now I was getting some splashback from the pan because liquid from the chicken hits the hot oil and it splatters. So I put on a splatter screen to prevent a mess and any splatterback injuries. If you're looking to buy one, I'll link one in the video description. Anyway, it was time to flip my chicken, and now disaster struck. All the chicken skin was stuck to the bottom of the pan and refused to come off. I did everything I could, but alas, I lost my chicken skin to the pan. I managed to get a few bits off, but woe is me, I failed in my quest to achieve crispy skin. Anyway, after eating humble pie, I added in about 8 cloves of smashed garlic. In case you don't know what smashed garlic is, all you gotta do is take your garlic clove, press the flat side of your knife against it and press down, crushing the garlic, and you have smashed garlic. Then I add in 4 small bay leaves, and then I move that garlic and those bay leaves around in the oil so that they could fry and flavor everything. I still occasionally tried to pick at that chicken skin stuck at the bottom, but without much success. So I gave up and added in a handful of whole black peppercorns and then let everything fry. I even changed tools as I attempted to remove that chicken skin, but you know what, it was not happening, and I realized there was too much fat in the pan. So I got a spoon and removed some of it. I mean, just because it's keto doesn't mean we need to be drinking the oil, you know. Anyway, once I did that, I deglazed the pan with some water and gave everything a good mix and continued to scrape the bottom of the pan in a last ditch attempt to get that skin off. And I think most of it probably just got soggy and wet and mixed in with the water. Anyway, it was time to forget my worry about the skin and get this adobo done. So I added in some black pepper powder, 60 ml of dark soya sauce, and 80 ml of apple cider vinegar. And then I gave everything a good mix. I flipped those chicken pieces around and let this come up to a boil. Now ideally, if you can get Filipino soya sauce and cane vinegar, you will get a more authentic adobo, but this is what I had, so I used it. Now just cook it for about 10 minutes and make sure halfway through you flip the chicken over, taste it for seasoning, and then you want to add about 2 teaspoons worth of your favorite keto sweetener because that will help balance the flavors. And now just let it continue cooking. After your 10 minutes are over, remove the chicken pieces from the pan and then just boil that sauce and let it reduce. You don't want a watery sauce, you want it to be a nice syrupy consistency. Once you've achieved that consistency, add the chicken pieces back in. Give them a good bathing in that sauce so it's completely covered. And now our adobo just needs to be finished with some spring onion so it looks nice and pretty. And that's it, folks. The chicken adobo is done and ready, and it looks so good. Despite my chicken skin failing me, I think the end result is not bad at all. Sometimes we have setbacks in the kitchen, but we can make the most of the situation. Don't lose hope and give up, just keep cooking. Anyway, I have to cut into that chicken for you, and it's so tender you can cut it with a spoon. And just look at that juicy chicken. I can't wait to dig in. But first, it's time for the professional B-roll footage which I shot on my fancy black plate on my fancy black slate. Professionally styled, which didn't take a while, but that's been enough jibber jabber. Time to taste that keto chicken adobo. Hey folks, it's time to taste the chicken adobo. And if I'm being honest, I did not think I was going to film and upload this video, because when my chicken skin got stuck, I was so frustrated. I was about to turn off the camera and not film this episode. But I wanted to show you what life is really like, It's not always perfect. So irrespective of what happened in the kitchen today, the dish looks pretty decent at the end of the day, and I figured I'd taste it, Once in a while you upload a recipe that's not absolutely perfect. Anyway, let's taste. Get some of that sauce. Oh. The meat is beautifully tender, juicy and succulent. And like I said, I didn't marinate the chicken this time because I wanted to not have the marinade on the chicken when I brown it, because sometimes it burns. But the flavor has gone all the way through from that slow braising, and it's nice and salty. What I will say is, though, you can definitely taste the vinegar. So if you don't like vinegar, you're not going to enjoy this. Also, I really want to taste this with the authentic Filipino vinegar, the one made from cane sugar, because that will probably taste totally different. Like right now, the apple cider vinegar is actually you can taste the flavor of the apple cider vinegar. Of course, it goes beautifully with the soy sauce, a little bit of sweetness from the stevia as well. It's a very good dish, but yeah, I would definitely want to taste the original version. Obviously, I don't have access to it here in India, but hey, I'm going to enjoy this while I can. Oh, and a bit into the peppercorn. Oh, and you get that peppery hit. It's pretty good. I hope you guys will make this. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen. Until then, cheers and keep cooking. Sure, let's try one more. Come on, let's get this right. Come on, get busy doing. Get up and move that body. Get up, paper, Mac, get down doing. Quarter night is over. Okay.